Greetings, divine radiance. Let me turn this off. How are you today? Happy Wednesday. It is Health is Wealth Wednesday, and I am so excited to be live with you today. So excited for all of you that have joined live and those of you that are watching on the replay. I'm sending you a big, huge blast of love and light, a huge blast of protection, and I'd just like to thank you for being here. So before we get started, one of the things I'd like to do is start with breathing, because so many people are not taking time to breathe. Hey, someone just got on. Go ahead and comment so I know who you are. Hey, Nikki. So yes, so we're going to start with breathing. And let me just, every time I get on, it always asks me to invite people. So I am doing that now. So how's your Wednesday going so far? Mine is actually absolutely amazing. I, of course, start my day with that prayer of gratitude. I meditate. I do a little bit of chanting in the shower, releasing all that doesn't serve me. Nikki said, you know, it's me. So let's start with our breathing, because some of you are not actively meditating every day. And even if you aren't taking the time to meditate, just taking 5 long, deep, slow breaths can help balance you and center you and help you feel more grounded. So at least on Wednesdays, you know you're going to be doing that. And it helps with your internal self, your spiritual self, and your physical self. So let's go ahead and start. And as we're breathing, I'm going to be sending you Reiki energy, okay? And this Reiki will come to you whether you're watching it live or on the replay. So go ahead and close your eyes. And I'd like you to just slowly inhale. And as you're inhaling, what I'd like you to do is visualize golden light from the cosmos, golden light from the heaven pouring down into your crown chakra. And as you're inhaling, visualize and feel light and love filling your body. And on every exhale, I'd like you to visualize and feel you releasing all that no longer serves you. The slower and deeper your breaths, the more you're connecting to your highest source of power. And when you start, your breaths may not be slow and deep, but that's okay. The more you practice, the slower and deeper they'll become, okay? So let's go ahead and start. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. Inhale again through your nose. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more time, inhale through your nose. And exhale. And I'm just calling on highest light angels, guides, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters. And I'm asking that you be filled with love and light. I'm asking that you be able to release all that no longer serves you, that your heart, mind, and spirit may be open to receiving whatever is going to serve your highest good. And so it is. So after doing that deep breathing, you should notice that your body is calm. You feel more balanced. And that's something you can do throughout the day. It's something you can do whenever you feel stressed, whenever you feel anxious. I recommend starting to do this whenever you think of it. Whenever you think about it, do that to bring yourself in balance. So Nikki says, woke up with a house full of kids, this breathing serves my highest good with all these little ones with so much energy. Yes, it does. It really makes you feel more relaxed. It makes you feel more grounded and more centered. So today, what I'd like to talk to you about is your ability to tap into spirit and activate your psychic gifts. And it's so amazing that Nikki is on right now, because Nikki is one of the women in REM. And she actually has activated her psychic gifts. We also have Javi, who's an extraordinary gentleman in REM. And we have many others, Bertina, Audra, Eve, and Ravender, so many, Tracy, so many others that are in REM that are discovering who they are as spiritual beings, that are learning how to tap in to that divine source of power and learning to activate that gift that we were all born with. And so the importance of this is when you're able to connect to your highest source of power, you're able to gain truth as it would be given to you from the divine. When you're disconnected, your version of the truth is dependent on what someone teaches you, tells you, or feeds you. And oftentimes, receiving another person's version of the truth, it's not the version of the truth that resonates with you, or at times, it's not truth at all. So this is a way for you not only to see reality for what it is, but it's also a way for you to create your chosen reality. Because when you're tapped in, there is nothing that you can't ask that you won't receive. So I've always said this every time I go live and I talk about this gift. I always tell you it's not a gift that's reserved for myself or a few others that are labeled as psychic. This is something that we're all born with. Oftentimes you'll call it your instincts, you'll call it your gut, you'll call it your intuition. That is an indication of your psychic gifts coming through. But there's a way to develop it where you can see images that have meaning to explain what's going on around you or within you, where you can literally hear the voice of the divine speak, where you can feel on a deep level. It's super amazing. Super amazing. And it's been a blessing and an honor for me to watch these amazing light workers say yes to their soul's purpose, say yes to their calling, and jump in feet first and get to work, roll their sleeves up, get to work, and tap in. Now that they're tapped in, there's nothing that they can't do. Because when you're tapped in and you say, I'd like to create this for my life. Well, once you're tapped in, your highest source of power, your divine spirit team, will now guide you towards your chosen outcome. And all you have to do is surrender, trust, and take action. When you receive that guidance, when we came here, I've said this before, when we came here with spiritual amnesia. We forgot who we were as spiritual beings. We forgot the power that's within. We forgot the fact that we are God having a human experience, and we came here asleep. We came here asleep. But when we awaken and we're tapped in, what we're now doing is we are allowing our spirit team to intervene. We saw our life. We were given our purpose. We were given our missions before we came here. And so our spirit team does not have spiritual amnesia. So when we come here, the goal, the purpose is to fulfill our destiny, our soul contract. And so when we activate what we call our psychic gifts, what we're doing is we're allowing our spirit team to guide us into our purpose, to guide us into our destiny. And you may be wondering, like, okay, what's the point in surrendering? What's the point in fulfilling my destiny or my purpose? Well, the point is we all came here to serve. We came here to do our unique part in awakening and shifting the collective consciousness of mankind, humanity. So it's a matter of awakening those that are asleep and bringing them into the light, bringing them into the light. And as a result of you doing this, there's so many blessings and rewards that come with it. One of the biggest ones is being your ability to create your reality. So what are you choosing for your life? What are you choosing for your life? How are you visualizing what you're choosing? How are you speaking of what you're choosing? How are you creating what you're choosing? Are you struggling through it? Are you figuring it out? Or are you simply setting your intention, setting your goal, tapping in, and allowing yourself to be guided towards your chosen reality? It's really that simple. And that's literally the gift of tapping in. So many people come to me for readings, but did you know that you could not only be able to tap in and receive this information for yourself, but you can actually tap into the degree of being able to do readings for others? There was only one person in REM who came into REM who was doing readings before, and they felt disconnected from their gift, and they stopped. When they came into REM, they were able to step back into their power. They were able to reconnect and be a strong reader, psychic medium. Everyone else in REM, they weren't tapped in that way. They weren't doing readings. Now, everyone in REM can. They can tap in, they can connect, they can receive divine guidance, and they can guide themselves and others. It's not something reserved for a few. Everyone has that gift. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful gift. Such a beautiful gift. Like literally, I'm going to stress this again because all you do is say yes to your calling. All you do is make a choice to activate your free will and to call on your divine spirit team. And then you choose to be guided. My life is living proof. I set my intention. I said what I'd like to do with my life. And now Spirit is guiding me. Spirit is guiding me. There's nothing that can come past me that's deceptive, and Spirit won't tell me, look for this, be careful of this, don't go this way, instead go that way. And when I follow, every time without fail, the outcome is always one that serves my highest good and the highest good of those I'm meant to serve. You don't have to struggle through life. That's a falsehood we've been fed. Life is meant to be easy. Life is meant to be fun. Life is meant to be enjoyed. Life is meant to be filled with love and light. If you'd like to learn how to tap in on your own, how to receive on your own, then I highly recommend you schedule a consultation so you and I can create a game plan that's unique just to you. Everyone is different. Every soul is different. So I don't operate a mentorship that has a cookie cutter standardized program. Everything I do with you on your one-on-ones, it's guided by Spirit. So Spirit is literally talking to me and telling me how to guide you in a way that's not only going to serve your highest good, but in a way that's going to teach you how to tap in, be connected so that you can serve your highest good and the highest good of those you're meant to serve. When we rely on self, there's so much flaws in relying on self. But when we rely on Spirit, perfection is inevitable. That's not to say we're going to be perfect and nothing is going to ever happen. It's just saying that we will be living our lives from a higher vantage point, from a spiritual vantage point. We'll truly be in control. When you surrender control to the divine, that's when you're truly in control. Truly in control. I'm going to check the comments and see who's on. Nikki said, I'm more energized already. Hi, Sandy. How are you? Nikki says, super amazing. Nikki said, anyone can learn. Nikki said, the cards are only like training wheels. The next thing you know, you are receiving guidance without them. This is so true, so true. You know, so many people have been taught different things about psychics, and basically a lot of things that we've been taught is, being psychic is not godly. It's not holy. It's, there's something wrong with it. And this really stems from misguidance and misinformation. People sometimes feel like cards, tarot or oracle cards are of the devil. And it's just simply not true. These are tools. In the Bible, they were prophets. They were called prophets, and the Bible itself, it's a tool, The tools aren't what makes something light or dark. It's the individual. It's the intention. So someone who is of light can use cards as a tool, and someone who's practicing darkness can use the same tool. This is why tapping into your own internal GPS, your own spirit connection is so important. Because when you're tapped in, you will be able to feel the vibration of others, and you'll know, are they vibrating at the frequency of light, or are they vibrating in a low vibrational state of darkness? And you won't be deceived. That's another beautiful thing. You won't be deceived. Now, that's not to say I just walk around reading minds. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, if there's something or someone that's going to cause me harm or has ill intent, spirit will let me know. And if I'm curious about a person or a situation and I ask, I always receive. And that's the same as it'll be for you. So when we think about what we've been taught about psychics or that gift or that ability, when you really think about what it truly means to be connected in your own regard, to have this bridge, this direct connection to the divine, your highest source of power, that means that you're independent. It means that you're empowered. It means that you're awake. It means that someone can't just spoon feed you falsehood, because your divine source of power is going to tell you what's false and what's not. So you're no longer able to be controlled. And it starts with your energy. It starts with meditation. Meditation is truly that bridge that connects you to the divine. It's all about your breathing, your breath. It's all about quieting your mind, shutting everything off, and just allowing yourself to receive. Allowing yourself to receive. Paying attention to the images you see. Paying attention to what you hear. Paying attention to what you feel. And understanding that nothing is coincidence. Nothing. It's no such thing. Don't brush anything off as this is my imagination. Once you start building that connection, don't brush it off as this is in my head. It's not. It's not. Everything is guiding you closer into your purpose, closer into your calling, closer into your destiny. So let's just see if there's anything coming in, anything specific in regards to this topic. Okay, I was just told to tell you about shallow breathing. So when we go back into our breathing and why it's so important to deeply breathe, because that breath, those deep breaths connect you to the divine. But when you're breathing shallow, quick breaths, your body is in a constant state of anxiety. Constant state of anxiety. And anxiety is a low vibration. So when you're vibrating low, it prevents you, or it makes it difficult, nearly impossible, to connect to your highest source of power. So oftentimes when I'm in public places, I'll do my breathing and I'll be paying attention to the person next to me. And I'll often count their breaths to my 1. And the most I've counted is 9. They'll do 9 breaths while I'm still working on 1. So that person is totally in a state of anxiety. And what this does is it blocks your chakras. It blocks that flow of energy through your body. It creates stagnant energy. And so this stagnant energy creates dis-ease, which becomes disease, sickness. So your spiritual self and your physical self are very much so connected, very much so connected. So I challenge you to just, pay attention, be mindful of your breathing. Right now, how are you breathing? Just take a moment and slow it down. Slow it down. Right now, in this very moment, slow your breathing down. Just slow it down, and you'll notice a calm come over you. A calm come over you. Calm is higher vibrational. Calm is connecting you deeper to the divine. So just be mindful. Nikki says, surrendering sounds scary. To me, it did at first, but now it's viewed as such a beautiful release, followed by abundance and growth. Nikki said, spirit guides you. It's so true. For me, when I chose this path, I was in a really dark place. Some of you who've been here for a while have heard this, but literally, I was in a really dark place. I had recently divorced, literally went from a huge financial abundance to choosing to leave my ex-husband everything, thinking it was the right thing to do to keep the peace for the sake of our children. I now realize it was for me because it was important that I got stripped of everything so that I could emerge into who I am today. And if I was comfortable, I wouldn't have been searching for my purpose. And so literally, a few months after that, I had a 500-pound metal rack fall on my shoulder. Ended up having cervical disc replacement, rotator cuff surgery, gained over 70 pounds. I was miserable because I was dealing with chronic pain every day. I was dealing with being broke every day. I was dealing with depression, and my life just spiraled out of control. Not to mention, I had recently lost both of my grandparents who were my best friends and who were always like my parents. So life was just really, really difficult. And it got to the point where I was tired of being here, but I had children. My oldest is 21, my youngest is 14. My children were my motivation to keep going. And so I asked God, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? I just kept asking, what is my purpose? I knew there was more to my life than where I was, but somewhere I lost myself. And I heard life coaching. I instantly took action. And this is how you have to become. When you get your guidance from spirit, take action. Don't think about it. Because when you start thinking, all those low vibrational things come into play. Fear, the what ifs, all the things you've been taught, all the trauma you've been carrying. When you receive, take action. I received, I took action. I started looking for schools, found someone in the area who was doing something similar, and went to school, and the rest was history. And now my life has become a series of asking for guidance, receiving guidance, and taking action. And as a result, there's been nothing but blessings, nothing but blessings. Oftentimes beyond what I thought it would be. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. And I truly desire that for you. I truly desire that for you. There's other ways too that you're able to connect and manifest. And it's through your words, through your language. There's a PDF here in the group that's labeled lack language versus abundance language. The way we speak, our words create an energy. So if you're saying things like, I need to change my life. I need to change my life, and I need to do it now. That word need is lack language. Because you don't need anything. Everything you could possibly need is already within. But when you say, I need, That's a declaration. So you're sending that vibration to the universe, and the universe just responds to you. The universe doesn't give you anything you do not ask for. So if you say, I need, the universe will give you more to need. You're going to need. You're going to always be in a constant state of need. The same with I want. I want. You're going to always be in a state of want. But if you say, I choose to, even saying it, what feeling do you feel when you say I need versus I choose to? It's a different feeling. That feeling creates a vibration. So now we're speaking words and feeling as it relates to our vibration. When you say I'm going to try, your unconscious mind automatically hears don't do it. Every time you say I'll try, you've heard people say there's no such thing as try. You either do or you don't. Because literally, your unconscious mind hears don't do it. That's why people are always trying to shift their lives. People are always trying to quit smoking. People are always trying to release weight. Because it's our unconscious mind that drives us. Consciously, we have all these plans and these dreams, these goals, but in order for us to direct that energy and make those plans, those dreams, those goals our reality, there first has to be a shift in our unconscious mind. So on top of learning how to connect to your highest source of power and activate your divine gifts, you're also learning how to shift your unconscious mind when you're in the REM mentorship. It's really a beautiful thing. There's so much that we've been taught, and it's a matter of unlearning to learn how to be in your power. To be in your power. There's no secret, it's just a formula. Once you learn it and you apply it and you're consistent, there's no limitations on what you're able to create. None at all whatsoever. Everyone in REM who has followed what they're learning has a 100% success rate. 100% success rate. And the beautiful thing about me being guided by Spirit is Spirit won't let me move on until you get the first step. Spirit won't let me move on until you get the second step. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful blend what goes on over there. So let me just see. So Sandy said, I ask God all the time my purpose. And Sandy, I like to ask you, have you received? And if so, what did you receive? And when you ask, if you haven't received, what is your process? How do you connect to receive? I'm just going to wait for a moment for your response. And while I do, I'm going to pull a card for our group. I'm just asking that highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, and ascended masters, that you provide the United Light Being Soul Tribe with a message that is going to serve their highest good on their journey, help them to awaken and come into their purpose, a message that is of highest light and love and truth. Thank you. So ear chakras, we got ear chakras. Now, I'm so glad that we got this because so many people are familiar with their chakras, but not many people are familiar with your ear chakras, which are located at your temples. Your ear chakras are so important because growing up, even if you weren't physically abused, many people have experienced emotional abuse. And how do we receive? We mostly receive through our hearing. It goes into our psyche. It penetrates our unconscious. So it's so important that we're clearing our ear chakras and we aren't ignoring them. So what does the card say? It says, notice messages that appear as sounds, music, and words from both external sources and within your mind. These messages are real answers to your prayers. So this goes back into there's no coincidences. There's no such thing as a coincidence. None. If you hear something, don't brush it off. Get familiar with the difference between your voice, your thoughts, and the voice of the divine. You do that by paying attention to your feelings, to paying attention to what you're hearing and how you feel when you're hearing it. So each day, each day, everyone in REM, we have a routine. We have a daily routine. That routine consists of a prayer of gratitude. It consists of meditation. It consists of cleansing. It consists of protecting our energetic or auric field and protecting our spiritual selves. And so each day when we cleanse, we use sage. And I keep my sage here at my workstation, but we start at our feet in a circular motion, cleansing and removing anything that's not serving your highest good, anything that's not of highest light and love. You do it to both feet. You go to your root chakra, which is at the base of your spine. Same thing, in a circular motion, and just go whichever direction or way that you're intuitively led to go, because that will be the direction that your chakras spin. Then we go up to our sacral, which is right at our belly button, go up to our solar plexus, which is in between our belly button and right below our heart, go up to our heart, up to our throat, our third eye, our ear chakras. And I'm going to just grab my sage, and it's not lit, but our ear chakras, and then our crown. Your crown. Then you go your hands. You come up from the bottom. You bring the energy up. So you're raising your vibration. You go at the bottom on your backside and come up. Now you can also cleanse another way, and a lot of natives do it this way, where you are pretty much washing your hands in the smoke, bringing the smoke to your heart, bringing it to your throat. You can bring it to your eyes, your ears, your head, and then some will even inhale to cleanse their words. So everything they speak is of highest light and love, and then blow it out. I personally do both. I do both ways. But you do what you feel intuitively led to do, because what you feel intuitively led to do will be the right way for you. Sandy said I'm in a class and just finished Reiki 1 at the moment, going for my Reiki 2. There's a shift already that I've received. Would love to learn more. Thank you for your live broadcast. You are so welcome. Reiki is so amazing, so amazing. You know, I went to school and learned NLP, which is neuro-linguistic programming, and that is how I'm able to help you release from an unconscious standpoint. I also learned hypnotherapy and Reiki. And it was really amazing. The school was amazing. Everything I learned was absolutely amazing. But then I took Reiki in a more spiritual environment. And when I did that, I was open to so much more than I ever knew possible. And Donna of Maha Methods, who's one of my mentors, actually told us gifts that you already have are going to get stronger, and gifts you didn't even know you had are going to appear. And it's so true. And I always joke about, well, growing up and teenage and early, I'd always joke about being psychic, you know, had no idea that we really all are. And so literally after class, I told my husband, I said, I am going to find my son's friend's house. Don't tell me how to get there. Now his friend had just moved. My husband had been there, but I hadn't. Didn't have an address or a GPS. And I've told this story before because this was my first time truly connecting with my spirit team and being guided. And I told my husband, don't tell me, even if it looks like I'm going past, allow me to go past, because I don't know how this is going to tap in, how it's going to actually manifest. So literally I found my son's friend's house. And the way I did was I called on my highest light spirit team, and I asked that they guide me. And I would feel tingling in the left, so I took that as go left. I felt tingling in the right. That was go right. Got all the way to a street, felt tingling in my chest, so I took that as go forward. I always joke and say, now at this point I cheated because I saw his parents' vehicle. So I knew I was on the right street. But now they didn't live in our neighborhood. I mean, we left our neighborhood. It was literally out in town driving and found their house by allowing myself to be guided by my spirit team. So Reiki is phenomenal. I actually will be taking my Reiki Master Teacher course in August. So I'm super excited. I never even thought I would take Reiki. I mean, I used to get Reiki, but never thought I would, give it, let alone teach it. But as you accept your calling, you receive guidance. And I don't know about you, but when I receive, I obey, because I know that by obeying, there's just nothing that's going to be anything other than light and love, So, hey, Eve. So yes, so Sandy, keep going with your Reiki, keep following your spiritual path, keep connecting, keep being guided, because truly there is a purpose. Your soul has a purpose. All of our souls has a purpose, and only we can fulfill that purpose. There's only one you for a reason. There's only one you. I'm doing what I was called to do to help shift the collective consciousness of humanity. But you have a calling that no one else can fulfill. So over in RIM, I always say, we've got work to do. It's time to get to work. We don't have time for sleep. We don't have, not like physical sleep, but I mean sleeping on our purpose. Once we receive, it's time to take action, So, hey, Bertina. Bertina said, I have learned so much while in these groups, and I am so excited about learning so much more. It has been such a pleasure and an honor to have Bertina be in our RIM family. Such a loving, kind, wise soul. Such a kind, loving, wise soul. And I'm just hearing so brilliant and giving. And that she is, truly, truly. Sandy said, thank you for your energy, Nahkila. Yes, it's my time to take action and work. You are so welcome, and thank you for yours. And I'm excited. I'm excited to connect with you deeper. I'm excited to continue to hear about your journey. It's truly amazing what comes out of us answering our calling. Truly amazing. Truly amazing. Truly, truly amazing. I'm just going to tap in to see if there's anything else coming through. Okay, I heard, make sure you tell them about water and the importance of being like water. This came up the other day over in, actually it was in a session, but water symbolizes going with the flow. It symbolizes not fighting against the current. And what this flow is the guidance of spirit. What this flow is your instinct. Where are you being guided? Where are you being led? When you receive guidance on what you're meant to do you ponder it or do you take action? Do you talk yourself out of it or do you take action? I have so many people that come to me and they're like, I like to join the RIM mentorship. I like to go to the retreat. I like to take your e-course. And I'm excited because I know what the result's going to be. You are going to be tapped and connected, and you are going to create this amazing life while you're serving those you're meant to serve. But then money becomes an issue. And when you go with the flow of the guidance you receive, Spirit is not going to bring you to something that does not serve your highest good. Not going to bring you there and have you say, yes, this is for me, and not provide you with the resources to make it happen. But when you go with the flow, that's that part of surrender. That's that part of trusting. When you do that, that whole thing we hear about doors will be opened, when you jump, those wings will appear. And I'm not just saying this from a standpoint of not knowing, because remember, when I left my ex, I left him everything. I literally started over. And when I got injured at work, I was on L&I, which is workman's comp in most states. So I was missing like $1,000 a month from my already reduced income. I was broke. And there was a moment where I was like, I might have to start school next year. But I've been studying the law of attraction since I was 17. I'm 41 now. So although that fear popped in, I knew that thoughts are things and my thoughts create my reality. So I deleted that thought. And I said, I'm starting this year. No matter what, I'm starting this year. And by doing that, opportunities became available, and I was able to start and finish that year. So I'm being led to tell you to go with the flow. Set the intention to be guided towards whatever or whomever is going to help you step into your purpose, whether it's me or someone else. Set the intention to be guided towards your purpose. And then trust that resources will become available. This is why your thoughts are important. This is why your words are important. This is why your feelings are important. Because it's important for you to learn how to raise your vibration so that you can attract more high vibrational energy, which will help you to attract whatever you choose to create. I know it sounds like a bunch of loops and turns, but it's really simple. It's really simple. It's all about your energy. It's all about your vibration. Everything is energy, and nothing happens to you. Your life is a reflection of a response. A response. What did you put out? You receive what you put out. If you give love, you receive love. If you give peace, you receive peace. If you give abundance, you receive abundance. If you feel safe, you receive safety. And the same is for the opposite. So focus your intentions, your energy on what you're choosing for your life. Okay, I was told to tell you about releasing what no longer serves you. Releasing what no longer serves you. There's so many ways for you to do that. One of the most productive way is through your breath, because you're doing multiple things through your breathing, through meditation. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. The only thing to remember is to have a straight spine. You can sit, you can lay, you don't have to hold your hands a certain way. You don't have to, cross your legs a certain way. Just make sure your spine is straight. And if you're just beginning, you can do guided meditation. Guided meditation is great for at night. It's awesome if you fall asleep to it because your unconscious mind is more open. You can choose a guided meditation that's centered around what you're choosing to release. You can, allow yourself to just receive. And as you're receiving, you're releasing. You can also focus on a mantra. So as you're breathing deep, you can repeat over and over again. If you're someone who suffers or deals or is battling with fear, you can choose to release fear by simply saying, I am fearless, over and over in your mind as you're deep breathing. And then, of course, it's setting the intention to simply release it. Setting the intention to release it. How are you speaking of what you're choosing to release? Are you claiming it as your reality, or are you speaking about it as something that once was but no longer is? No longer is. Releasing is important because it helps you to build your spiritual strength. So releasing is of the utmost importance. If you're watching this live or on the replay, I'd like you to make a list of 3 things you're choosing to release. 3 things. 3 things you're choosing to release. And every day this week, I'd like you to meditate. I'd like you to meditate, even if it's just for 5 to 15 minutes a day. And then next week, whether you watch the Wednesday live or whether you catch the replay, leave in the comments what you've noticed since you've been releasing and since you've been meditating. You're going to be pleasantly surprised at how amazing you feel, and even the changes that you notice in your spiritual self. Seriously, you'll be pleasantly surprised. And I'm excited. I'm excited to hear what happens. I'm excited to hear how your releasing goes. And I'm excited to see things start to shift for you. So Bertina said, thank you so much for those kind words. I appreciate you all for being a part of my spiritual journey. And we appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Eve said, I will be learning NLP, super excited. Eve said, I haven't been drinking enough water. Yes, drinking water is important too. Staying hydrated is important. When you're on the spiritual path, being hydrated, getting enough rest, eating healthy, making your body a clear channel. And the only way your temple can be a clear channel is if your temple is performing at its full capacity. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, we're not performing at our full capacity. That's why self-love is so important. Who taught us to think self-love equaled selfishness? Where do we get that from? Where do we get that from? The same people that would like to keep us asleep, perhaps? Self-love is essential. Self-love is the most selfless act that you can ever do. Because when you love self, you're able to love others. When you love self, there's no resentment. Resentment is low vibrational. If you don't love self, you're going to say yes to everything because you feel like I'm supposed to. You feel like I'm expected to. You feel like by saying yes, they are going to feel my love. And when you say yes to things that your soul is saying no to, you get angry. You have resentment. You don't have peace. Those are low vibrational feelings and emotions. Who taught you that? The same people that would like to keep you from your power place. So when you love self, you're able to check in with your soul. And if your soul says no, you're able to say no. No, I'm not able to. I'd love to help, but I'm not able to. That doesn't resonate with my soul. I'm going to pass. When you love self, you're not overworking. You're not overworking. You're resting. You're relaxing. You're pouring into your soul. You're creating peace. You're creating balance. So who taught you that self-love was selfish? Who taught you that? Eve said, I'm going to surrender and trust because I haven't been completely, and focus your energy on what you're choosing for your life. Yes. Bertina said that's so true. So yeah, and it's not a hard process. It's not a hard process. You can check in with the people that are in REM, and they will tell you once they consistently surrender and once they follow the steps, things happen quickly. It's not this long process. Spirit told me that REM is 7 months, and I understand why. 7 is the number of completion. It's a divine number. Of course, there's some that have chosen to go beyond, and they've chosen to just work together as me being their spiritual advisor for life. And of course, that's excellent. And they're elevating to different levels and the mentorship is shifting. But 7 months is the requirement. And before that 7 months is up, they're tapped in, they're connecting, they're able to receive. Once you're putting in the energy and the effort, it happens like that. It's not this long process. It's not. And once you're connected and you keep building that connection, you keep meditating, you keep checking in. Once you receive and you keep following that guidance, it just gets stronger and stronger and clearer and clearer. And the gifts come in so many different ways. Absolutely amazing ways. It's really, really powerful. Really powerful. So I'm going to pull another card for our group, being led to do so. And for those of you that are wondering why I'm cleansing the deck, I'm just releasing any energy that may be attached to the deck. So that's what that's all about. Highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, are those coming? No. Teachers, wise ones, I ask that you provide a message for the United Light Being Soul Tribe, one that is rooted in truth, highest light, and love. Thank you. Oh, look at this. Those of you that have been watching, you'll notice this is another thing for you to take note of. Whenever we go live, I'll talk about a topic, and then the cards are always in alignment with what we're talking about. That's not a coincidence. That is spirit showing you the power of being connected. Not a coincidence. We were just talking about this. Sever vows of poverty. And let's see what it says. Dear ones, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intentions of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all directions of time. This is powerful, powerful. What have you been telling yourself about abundance or poverty? What have you been telling yourself unconsciously and consciously? Who were your examples? Did you witness someone that worked hard for security? Or did you witness someone that was connected and allowed the energy of abundance to flow easily and effortlessly? Sometimes these vows of poverty that we have, they're not even from this lifetime. Sometimes they're from a past life. So it's so important that you speak out loud. I am choosing to sever all vows of poverty from this life and past lives. And I'm choosing to sever these vows of poverty now. And so it is. Denounce it. Claim abundance. Now that you're choosing to sever it, what are you choosing to create? I am creating abundance in my life now. Abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am so grateful for the abundance that flows into my life. I am grateful. I am worthy. I am choosing to receive abundance now. And so it is. You know, speak it into existence. Send that vibration, not just through your words, but through your voice. Your voice carries a vibration. Send it to the universe so that you can receive. So that you can receive. So, is there anything else? I just was told to pull one more card. So highest light guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones, I ask that you give another message for the united light beings that is going to serve our highest good, that is rooted in truth and love and light. A message that is going to serve their highest good. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this one came in upside down, but it's pay yourself first. Pay yourself first. Again, self-love. This isn't just about finances, although we're going to get there because it's about that too. But pay yourself first starts with your self-love. It starts with, what are you doing for self? How are you showing up for self? You cannot show up for others if you're not showing up for self. Again, Spirit's showing you. This is what we were just talking about. Now, as far as financially, paying yourself first. It's important to have a budget for yours, not just self-care in regards to like spa day, nails, feet, hair, brows, you know. It's not just that. Your healing, your spiritual growth. Start putting aside funds for that. Because the only way you're going to grow in the direction of creating more abundance is if you learn to release those things that keep you from it. That's the only way. And so if you're saying, you know, I have this bill, that bill, I have to do this for this person, that person, again, have to. It's all about a choice. You can release have to and choose. I'm choosing to pay myself first. If I had gave in to that fear of lack, I wouldn't have started school. By me releasing that fear of lack and choosing to be in a state of abundance, I was blessed with the ability to create abundance, And life has shifted as a result of releasing fear, and stepping out on faith based on the guidance I received. So let's see what the card says. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. Powerful. So powerful. So powerful. Sandy said, very powerful. I can witness this. I am choosing to sever vows of poverty now. And Eve said, getting ready to go live in my group. I'll rewatch later. So yes, it's definitely powerful. Definitely powerful. Okay, I just heard to pull from the unicorn deck. This is the unicorn deck. This will be the final card. I ask like guides, angels, ancestors, healers, teachers, wise ones. I ask that you provide us with a message that is going to serve the highest good of the United Light Beings group. One that is going to help them awaken into truth and their purpose. Another one of what we were just talking about. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. And what it says is to feel happier right now, think about a memory or something else that makes you smile. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts sends a very high vibration. High vibration. So again, being mindful of your thoughts, being mindful of what you're thinking, being mindful of what you're attracting. You're truly in control. You're truly in control. It's just a matter of first being aware of all the ways that keep you from being in control. So many people aren't aware. You know of a few, but there's so many more that you aren't aware of. And this is part of what you learn. You learn all the things that can either attract abundance, and abundance isn't just financial. Love, peace, balance, bliss, joy, friendships, and great food. I always have to add great food in there because I'm a foodie. You know, and it's also financial. What are those things that are keeping you from attracting that? It's simple things that you aren't even aware of. Who would have thought simply changing I have to I choose to would send a different vibration and strengthen your power to attract? That's not something the average person just knows, you know? Everyone in RIM knows, and they're now speaking in abundance. And when they say a lack term, what we do is we cancel delete. You cancel delete that, because once you release it, it's gone into the universe. The universe is reacting, it's responding. So you cancel delete that, even if it's a thought. Oh goodness. Oh, I don't want to lose this whatever today. I don't, you know, that thought, you're going to attract that same thing you just said you don't want to whatever. If you shift that thought to, I am so grateful that I am going to win today. I am winning today. You can even take going out, because going would imply it's something that is happening in your future. I am winning declares it for your now. Because whatever comes after the phrase I am, your unconscious mind believes to be true. So it's all about unlearning the things that take your power to learn the things that put you in your power. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Okay, thank you. So I just heard that is all for today. I am so grateful for all of you that are here right now. So grateful for you watching. I'm so grateful for all of you that come back and watch on the replay. And I'm just excited to be connecting with you every Wednesday. So thank you so much. Every single Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time, we will be live, and I will be bringing you messages that Spirit places on my heart that's going to serve your highest good and help you come deeper into your purpose. And if you are interested in learning about the RIM mentorship and how I can serve you and help you on this journey of awakening, I'll leave the link in the comments so that you can schedule a consultation and we can discuss how I can serve you. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your energy with me. I leave you with peace, love, bliss, and abundance. I'll talk to you next week.